What happens when Krishna has to choose between two devotees? One would imagine that this would put the Lord in a predicament. But we know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead always has a plan. Here is a story documented in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is narrated by Shukadev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit and other sages.
The more I hear, the more inquisitive I feel to hear about Lord Krishna and his pastimes. O learned Brahmana, respected Shukadeva Goswami, could you please share some more pastimes with us?
Maharaj Parikshit, I see how eager you are to hear more about Krishna. So here is another one. In the city of Mithila, the capital of the kingdom of Videha, there was a householder Brahmana whose name was Shrutadeva. He was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. The king of Mithila was also as good a devotee as the Brahmana. The name of this famous king was Bahulashva. Shrutadeva was completely peaceful and detached from all material attraction. He was very learned and had no other desire than to be fully situated in Krishna consciousness. The Brahmana had no desire to acquire more than what he needed, and thus he was peacefully executing the regulative principles of a Brahmana's life as enjoined in the revealed scriptures. King Bahulashva also remained as detached from material wealth as Shrutadeva. Although he was not at all ambitious to extend his kingdom for the sake of sense gratification, he was very well established in his reputation as a good king. As such, both the Brahmana and King Bahulashva remained pure devotees of Lord Krishna in Mithila. Lord Krishna was very much pleased with the devotional attitude of both these great souls. So one day, he asked his driver, Daruka, to take his chariot into the capital city of Mithila. He took along with him Narada, Vamadeva, Atri, Vyasadeva, and several other learned sages.
My dear sages, we have arrived at the city of Mithila.
Look, Krishna is here.
It's beyond my belief that Krishna is visiting us.
How merciful Krishna is to be visiting us in person.
I would be indeed fortunate if he stays at my palace.
And how delightful it would be if he stays with us.
Just look, my lord. Their hearts appear to be blooming, just as a lotus flower blooms on the rising of the sun.
My dear Lord, please grace us with your favor and stay at my place while you are here.
I would love to. But did you both want to put me in a dilemma by saying that at the same time?
So, who do you think the Lord visited? The king or the Brahmana? And if he visited both of them, whom did he visit first?
We are conditioned souls.
You You help the conditioned souls to fulfill all his desires.
The conditioned soul, especially when engaged in worldly affairs, cannot be 100% pure.
Only when we hear about your pastimes, we become purified to see you.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pure devotees are always transcendental to worldly contamination.
How has it become possible that Lord Krishna and his associates have agreed to come to my place?
Did I give it away? Do you know now whom he visited?
Bring the nicest chairs and cushions for our esteemed guests, and also bring the other offerings along.
In order to please them both, Lord Krishna expanded himself into two and went to the houses of each one of them. Yet neither the king nor the Brahmana could understand that the Lord had gone to the house of the other. Both thought that the Lord had gone only to his own house. Bahulashva worshipped and made offerings in a manner just befitting his royal position. Shrutadeva, being not at all rich, offered only items such as mattresses and straw carpets. But he welcomed them to his best capacity.
O Lord, please accept these humble offerings from us.
But because they were offered with devotional love, Lord Krishna and his associates accepted them very gladly. At both the houses, the guests finished their lunch and sat back very comfortably. Then, Bahulashva and Shrutadeva, along with his family and relatives, rendered services to the distinguished guests. Then they began to speak to Lord Krishna.
Your devotees are extremely dear to you, my lord. In fact, more dear than your first son, Lord Brahma. And I am sure that you have so kindly visited my place in order to prove your divine statement. My dear Lord, I beg to request you and your companions, the great sages and brahmanas, to remain at my place so that this family of the famous King Nimi may be sanctified by the dust of your lotus feet at least for a few days.
I cannot refuse the request of my devotee. Bahulashva, we shall stay for a few days. The presence of sages will sanctify the city of Mithila and all its citizens.
Thanks, my dear Lord.
My dear Lord, we can appreciate that it is not only today you have given me your audience. You are associating with all the living entities as Paramatma since the beginning of creation. Although you are the constant companion of the conditioned soul, only when he becomes purified by the devotional services to you, you become revealed to him. My dear self-effulgent Lord, I am your eternal servitor. Therefore, kindly order me. What can I do for you?
My dear Shrutadeva, all these great sages and saintly persons have been very kind to you by personally coming here to see you. You should consider this opportunity to be a great fortune for you. Worship them faithfully, and you will be worshipping me more diligently.
That he and his companions were present in both houses, although both the Brahmana and the king thought he was present in his house only, is another opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This opulence is described in the revealed scriptures as Vaibhava Prakasha. The instruction we receive from this incident is that King Bahulashva and Shrutadeva the Brahmana were accepted by the Lord on the same level. because both were pure devotees. This is the real qualification for being recognized by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Both Brahmana and king ultimately achieved the supreme goal of being transferred to the spiritual world. The devotee does not know anyone except Lord Krishna, and Krishna is the most affectionate to his devotee.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.